Hey guys, and welcome back to Insider Trading. I actually intended for this to be a one-off episode, just kind of looking at the demo and checking it out, but I had a lot of fun with it. I played a little bit longer after recording that demo episode, and once you're past the tutorial, it kind of opens up a little bit more, and it gets a little bit more interesting because you don't have like fixed events. So you have more kind of like perk and card variety. So I figured I'd give it one more, just to kind of show that off a little bit, because it's actually a really good game, and there's a lot of strategy involved. So maybe we'll get lucky and see some cool stuff. So we'll tutorial off, normal difficulty because we haven't actually beat it yet, and we'll start in. Okay, start our day. Not a great looking start. We have no perks. We're at, what's that, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12 versus 4, 6, 9. So if we get rid of this guy, so now we're at 5, 7, 8, 9 versus 4, 6, 9, 10. So we're slightly ahead. Very slightly ahead. We could have skipped to get the tokens. It's probably not a bad idea considering we only made $7. But you know what? That's okay. Okay, so what do we have? Let's first look at the positive cards. So we have random monkey card, we have the disruption, and we have a bird. So we need to choose if we're going to push for the birds or push for the monkeys. Anytime I've tried to go for birds, it's always backfired. I never seem to get birds. So I feel like monkeys maybe are our play. This is okay, but I haven't seen a whole lot of synergy with disruption cards. So this is kind of like a short-term gain, when in reality we need to build some sort of like archetype. Now this one will get deleted, which is fine, but you do take big hits every time. We've got the negative monkey, and then we have birds. So maybe because birds always screw us on the positive, they'll be good for us on the negative, question mark. Got a perk. So we've got, if a card triggers more than 5 times in a single day, remove the perk and add 3 copies of another random perk. That's interesting. If you get something good like the +3 triggers on the first card, or like the last 3 cards, you can have a ton of extra triggers. So that could be a good one to get. Skipping getting you an extra 5, it's okay, but it's just kind of boring. And then we have the combo count. Again, it's okay, but if we're pushing towards monkeys, we don't have enough. We would need 5 bulls, or 4 bulls in this case. We're not quite there. So I think we go for this one. Even though we're not close, once we get some more perks, we may be able to make this trigger happen. And I think we'll save our cheap delete. So this one here, we've got a -5 bird. I think that's a good one to initially remove. So we're at 2, 3, 6, 9, 10 in the negative. We got 5, 7, 9, 12, 13. So we are up. Not by much, but we're up. Slim pickings. 2 days, only $35. It's okay. We'll get there, hopefully. Okay, so we got a basic bear. We've got the bear trap, which may not be awful because we're not pushing bears too much. And now we get birds. Look at that. When we don't want them, they're giving us birds. I swear, whatever you pick in that first round, they give you the opposite on the future ones. So, I mean, we haven't removed the bull cards, so this one seems better. But I was going to grab this one and start thinning out the bull cards. So maybe we take the 3 bear and the bull calf card? We'll try that. We have enough for a perk, so let's grab it. We have the cue card deletion. We have skipping one, and we have the bird trigger. We don't have anything that prompts a deletion yet. I mean, this will do a deletion. I think that's what we go with. Okay, so that's going to give us +5. I think if we push one of the bear cards out... Alright, we're looking pretty good. Again, it's going to be minor gains. We haven't got anything that really seems to work well. Okay, we still have 2 days left to make 116 bucks. Okay, so he's get birds now. Nothing if it's in the first slot. See, look, again, more birds. But we're getting more random monkeys, I guess. So, I guess we try again. And then -5. -1, but extra -1 for every bear. So if you have 4 bears, it's equal to this one. I think we'll try this. Don't have enough for a perk. Let's just let it roll. Okay, so that's actually not bad. It's -4. That one's -5. I think we remove the bird. What is this guy giving us? 4. He's giving us 5. So we have 5, 6, 7, 9. Sorry, 10, 13. And we got 2, 6, 8, 13, 16. Boy, we're going to be cutting this one real tight. It's been 4 days and we've made $111. So 89 in 1 day. We can do it. We just need to get good cards. So bear, -1, bird, or... This one is interesting because it permanently modifies it by +1. So eventually it could get better. But we're in such a bad spot that having a -10 just feels dangerous. So maybe we do this one. Holy, I tell you, now we're getting tons of birds. Maybe we just do another calf card. Get our perk. Balance can go extra -1,000 when buying shares. That could be helpful on this one because we need to get even more shares to kind of make up for it. Last 3 cards getting extra trigger is good. Every time a combo is triggered, add market value. So it's going to be between the first 2. I almost feel like out of necessity we need this one. Like getting extra trigger in the last 3 cards is really good. Actually, and that would go really well towards this thing. But if we're only getting like a couple percent, like we're so far off. All we really need is a +10% though, to be honest, to make this $1,200. Less than that. So maybe we can get away with this one. 2 tokens, I can't delete anything. I would have liked to. So if we remove this bird so it doesn't trigger, we get a green. So now we should be okay. Alright, because all those are going to re-trigger. There we go, 29%. Started out real rough, but we kind of pulled it back. Okay, overachievement bonus of 20%, so 2 extra tokens. And now we're off. Okay, what's our event? So 3 null cards will be added to the deck on day start. Null cards have no effect and will be deleted upon triggering. That helps this one quite a lot. So they get added on day start, so every single day we get the nulls. So they don't have any effect, however, they actually add 9% market value. So these null cards are really good for us, if I'm understanding that correctly. So we have -5, -10, or this one. I think this is maybe the least threatening. We're getting a lot of these birds though. So again, investors in birds, even though we want monkeys. Maybe we pivot to bulls at this point. I think I'm too stubborn to move to birds. Yeah, let's do that. 14 tokens, can't do a whole lot. Is there anything worth deleting? We could get rid of one of these big hawks. Maybe we do that. Get rid of that guy. I'll start it up. So here's our null card. I don't think it triggers multiple times. It's worth a shot, I guess. That I don't like. Especially when it's, what are these, 6 and 9? So he's going to trigger multiple times, right? So he's going to get an extra trigger. He's going to get an extra trigger. That I don't think will. I think we're still going to come out ahead. If we remove this, that doesn't trigger an additional time, which is tricky. So that's -7, that's -11, -15, 14, 15, 16. And we have 2, 11. That's 12, it'd be 23. Yeah, it's worth keeping it as it is. eat the charge, get this bonus. Assumedly, it's 9%. So we should be okay. Yes. Beautiful. But that one day was better than our whole last week. Okay, so we have typical -3 bear, we have the random % monkey, and we have monkey business. -7.5%. On every trigger, all monkeys in queue receive a temporary boost to their effects. See, this is what we wanted to work with our monkey deck, which never actually happened. So, what is this? We've got the investor whale. Delete all investors in the queue. Did we get any investors? Don't think we did. So that doesn't help us. Of course, we got back to the bird and this guy. So maybe we go this one. I feel like I should have just pivoted to birds. And deleting monkeys. Oh no, it's improving their effectiveness. So if that were to hit along with these guys, and they have like a good roll, like that would be 1.5 on that. That would make it 12%, which would way offset the 7.5. So let's try that. Let's try it. 20 tokens, don't have enough for a perk. We'll start our day. Oh boy. Okay. So it's 3 null cards per day, and I guess if you don't trigger them, they stack up, which is amazing. He's not going to do anything, not anything positive for us. So we could remove him, but getting this guy to trigger multiple times would be okay. Although, it depends if we want to use up 2 triggers of this. I think maybe we do. Or we get rid of him and push everything over and just uses 1, and we kind of roll the dice. We should get like, what, 9 times 5 is 45? We should get a big boost on that one. So I think we just let it ride. And we minus that one, looking good. There we go, 58%. We made it. It's wild just how different these weeks are. Okay, so we have the -7, we have the normal bear, and we have the bear cub one. Again, versus bird flock, we got monkey card finally, and we got the bear trap. That will help our deleted one. We're not quite getting anywhere yet on this one. We need another perk to trigger extra. So I almost feel like we take the bear trap and grab the bear. Now we're 34, so we have enough for a perk. Every time a queue card's deleted, add market value. That's fantastic. Last 3 cards getting extra trigger count is good, and skipping. So this one's really helpful this week because of this event. All right, so those null cards are going to add even more. Plus the bear trap will help. Obviously, the last 3 cards getting the trigger count will help us towards this one-trick pony, but that may not even be all that useful. So I think, given that we've already hit the balance, let's go for the trigger, because we don't need this. Assumingly, we don't like screw up totally, because we could just skip every week and we would still make it. But let's see if that works. So this one, we could delete this bear trap by removing the null card, and that would push some of these over, but that would still trigger a lot of times. I think you want to get rid of this more than anything, because if that triggers 3 times, that's -15. That's quite a lot. Now that won't do anything, but let's see. Okay, so now this is going to trigger, and that's going to trigger 3 times. So let's go for this. There we go, 27%. Be nice to get that overachieving bonus and get some extra tokens in the bank. Okay, 2 more days to go. We have this monkey booster again, but we do have a fancy monkey card. So effect increases by 1% for every monkey card in the deck. I think we're going to go for that one. And the bear card, the trap could grab that one. So let's try that one. So 11 tokens, we don't have enough. We could do a delete. We're getting a lot of bear cards. I'm thinking we delete one of them. Realistically, these are the most dangerous because they're going to play off all of these, right? And you could get a combo. So let's get rid of one of those. We didn't pull the bear trap, but this guy's pretty weak because we only have one other bear card on the deck, on the queue. A lot of these. These won't trigger again. So maybe we drop this guy and hopefully pick up something nice. No, we didn't get anything nice, but that's still going to be better than the 5% bird. Man, those null cards are just carrying us. Beautiful. Last day of the week. Okay, we have the monkey card, which does play into some synergies with these guys. Not, I mean, this one does. And then the negative monkey will help him as well. In the deck, though. Okay, so it won't help that one. No, it will, because the negative cards are in your deck. So that one could be beneficial. So let's try it. We could do this one again. We could do a bear trap to try to clean up some cards. I'm torn between these two. I want to get rid of some of these because it's starting to pile up. We can't afford to keep paying to get rid of them. But I do want more monkeys because that's what we wanted to do. I think we play it safe. We don't have enough. We can do an extra trigger count, but is there anything that really triggers repeatedly? This one's going to get destroyed. You could do something like this. These guys are interesting because they are random. It's only 5 tokens. Let's throw this on one of the monkey cards. That one. There we go. So, what do we have here? Bear trap is going to get rid of that one, which is nice. That's going to trigger one more off of that. That's okay. That's a -1, which I'm not too worried about. I think we just let it go. I'm okay with all this stuff occurring. We're obviously well ahead of the target. And then we clean up one card. Almost 5k. Nice. So our 17 token bonus, that's pretty good. Our share price at 227 is starting to get a little bit scary because now when we start a round, we can only really afford 4 shares because our balance is so low. We need to tank the price, and there are cards that can do that, or you can hopefully get a bunch of negative ones in the queue and just like skip a turn. So let's see. So next 5 days, the Stampede. So at the end of every day, add a random numbered bull or bear card to the deck. Well, that doesn't help us. We're trying to work the bear cards out and we're trying to pivot to monkeys, so this is kind of counterintuitive. We're counteracting what we're trying to do. We can take the bear trap right away. We take the bull trap right away as well. It's not too bad. I think we just grab both trap cards. We don't have enough birds to really do much with this. And that has to be in the first slot. So I think we do that. We don't have enough tokens for a perk. We don't want to delete anything, so I think we let it go. Okay. We have a whole bunch of shambling mess here, not much going on. So this is going to take -6. That's not going to do anything. The null card is not going to do anything anymore. Well, it's going to add 9, but we're not going to accrue anymore. That's not going to do anything. That's not going to do anything. We could remove this guy to hopefully get a green. That would trigger extra, so let's try that. That's good. That should give us a net positive. And we've got a... Oh, geez. Bear 7? Didn't even know they existed. Okay, let's take a look at that one in a second. What was that? Oh, man. -7%. Okay. We need the bear trap to hit that one then, for sure. What do we have? We have the -10 owl. Does nothing if it's in the first. 20% disruption, a 1 in 2 chance to be deleted after triggering. I mean, that would be good if we can do it on a skip turn, but 20% is damn steep. And then a 3% bear. I think we'd 3% bear it. And then I guess just more monkeys. We have enough for a perk, buy 1. So we can buy extra shares, that's good. We need the money. Skipping extra tokens, meh. Yeah, so I think we take this one. Okay, so that's gonna trigger and delete, which would be good. That we can remove. This bear trap doesn't do anything. That's a huge bear. That would be 1 time. That would be 3 times. And we buy extra shares. I think if we remove the bird. Ooh, nice. Okay, that helps. That's gonna delete, give us 9. We're just gonna have to take that 7. And then everything else is just gonna be multiple triggers on these guys, which is really good. And we're gonna spend an extra $1,000 on shares, so that helps us a lot. It's nice to get these negative cards out of the deck. 84. And we got a... Oh, they gave us a bear 6. It would be nice to get a positive card. So we have that disruption one again. We have the bear, which we're definitely not wanting to get anymore. We have so many bear cards. And then an investor trap. If it's next to a monkey, delete it and modify it by +10. We could put it next to a negative monkey. We have 1. This guy. Oh, I have 2 of them. So maybe we can play it off that. And then we have an investor and then a bunch of birds. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter too much. We have nothing that really synergizes with either, right? Nah, just it's all monkey stuff. Let's take Mr. Investor here. 11 tokens, can't do much. We can do an extra trigger count, probably not worthwhile. This one looks real bad. This will be a skip. We should probably drop this guy to not waste it. Yeah, not much going on there. Definite skip. We're close to the balance anyway, so I'm not too worried. Maybe we'll get off of our event. Maybe we'll get a positive card. So let's hope for a good bull card. Ooh, look at that. Bull 9. 8, sorry. Math is hard when you're doing math in this one. Okay, so that's a good one. That's a good one. If we can get rid of these guys still. We do have a bear trap, we do have a bull trap. So maybe we double trap it. The whale is an investor. We have 1 investor. And it'll permanently increase the card by 1. Not worth it when it's a 0. So you're going to go from 0 to 1, like big whoop. We'll do that. 35 tokens, we can delete 1. It's probably worth removing this boy. So this bear trap would delete that guy. This bull trap would delete this guy, which is unfortunate. I'd rather get rid of him and have it delete that. Having that in the first spot is not bad. That would trigger extra times. I think we'll try that. That looks really good. We get rid of a 3. I mean, I think there is a... Yeah, there's still a 6 out there. But we only lose a 1. Yep. Let it roll. Plus we get the bonus deletions for like 5 cards, because this one will disappear as well. Bear 3. Could be worse. It could be a lot worse. We have enough. We need to tank the price. This price is way too high. We have nothing yet. There's a negative card to reset it, but we're obviously not getting it. We could go for the disruption and hopefully get it this turn. And maybe, I mean, I guess we try that. And grab that one. We don't have a whole lot going on there. Just gonna bank everything. Okay, so we want negative. Now, getting rid of those 2 is not bad. We can get rid of this guy. And there we go. So -10, that's going to trigger multiple times. So this price is going to tank big time. So It's good week to good day to skip, I should say. So let's hope this drops by a lot. Okay, we got a bull 9. So it dropped a bit. 28.5%. As we go into our final week, we need $4,000. We only have enough to get, what, we're gonna have 2,000, so it'll be almost 5 shares. So 4 shares because of this. Our event is delete a random card in queue every time a combo is triggered. Well, the good news is we haven't triggered a combo all game. So I think we're safe. No, is that a bad thing that we haven't triggered a combo? I couldn't tell you. Bull and bear trap may not be a bad thing. Investor is what it is. Let's give those a shot because that'll trigger this guy. This thing so far has been useless because we just haven't had the mechanism to make it happen. 68 tokens, we can't get a perk yet. So we could delete, but I think we let this one ride. 5%, we can get rid of this guy. It's next to a monkey, nope. Investor, I think we drop bird. And that guy's gonna do nothing. So I think we should, we're looking net positive. Because this will trigger and delete, add to the queue. Yep. Should be alright. Ooh. 70%. Okay, I didn't expect it to be that good. This price is getting way too high. Like, we need to bring it down. Okay, so we have a negative monkey. We don't have anything really. We have an investor card again. I mean, this one, if it could trigger in the final slot, would be good. Bear 3 is probably the safest. Or we hope for monkey synergy, but I feel that's maybe a little dangerous. 88, so now we can get a perk. 1 in 5 chance for bull and bear type cards to re-trigger. If we get the bull 8 card to re-trigger, that would be fantastic. Every time a combo, we're not gonna hit a combo, reduce combo. Let's just try it. You know what, let's YOLO it, see if it works. We don't have enough to delete. We could add a trigger count. By the time we have enough tokens to afford anything, this game's gonna be over. So we may want to do a trigger count. On bull 9 maybe? Add a trigger count. Okay, so far it looks good. That would trigger a whole bunch of times. That would delete both of those cards. That guy looks fine. I almost feel like we just leave it. Or we get rid of this guy and see what comes in. But I mean, this bear trap is kind of pointless, but this one takes out 2. That's 10% with a trigger count. You know what? Let it go. How are we doing? Oh man, look at that. We beat the game, boys. It's that easy. We can just let it ride. Now the question is, like, do you keep going? Holy shit, look at that price. $960. So this is it. This is the one we wanted. The glitch card. Alright? So if we trigger it and drop it down, I think we grab that right away. And add this guy. Well, I guess we have a lot of bull cards now, so it could be worth grabbing this guy. Because if this bull card then gets hit by this and re-triggers, that could be nice. 16 tokens, we're not doing anything. We'll start. So, this bull trap would delete both of those guys, which is quite unfortunate. But if we delete this, pushes everything over, which gets the bear 6 card out of the trigger range. I think we start with that. That doesn't look good. He would trigger 3 times, which would offset these guys. But if they end up triggering extra as a result of this, we could be screwed. It's giving me 3, 1, 2, and this guy's 5, which offsets those. This could be almost break even. Or it could be disastrous. We've already beat it. But do we roll with it? It just it's this thing here, right? try it. Yeah, so we got some extras. Okay, barely. Okay. It looks like that 6 ended up triggering twice, which was unfortunate. Let's see. We have, I guess the basic chimp is kind of okay. I guess we begrudgingly accept a bird at this stage of the game after they have mocked us for this long. Not going to do anything token wise. We'll skip that one. We got a lot of negative stuff in here. So 6, that's a 4. We do have this guy, which would trigger multiple times. That's not too bad. That's 4. But if we delete anything here, this slides out. So we're at 10, 12. And then these would be multiple. That's like 24. That's 36. That's 12. That's 48. We should come out ahead. It just depends if we get screwed from, well, even that's 1%. I don't think we can really go wrong on this one. Yeah, 85%. It was a no-brainer. Those guys really didn't do a whole lot. They just looked scarier than they were. And we will finish off with just a basic bear and a basic bear trap. We can delete a card, which maybe we just take a look at that one on our final day. What's scary? We still haven't got this one, which is what I wanted. I guess that's the one you delete. Now you get it. Okay. Because ideally we would have got this way earlier, and this 1500 would have became 100. If we do it now, we would be screwed. Because you would buy them for 1500 each, it would reset to 100, and then you would sell them. So you would get like what? Jeez, like 6 shares? And then you would sell your 6 shares for like $600. So if this stayed in here and we ran it, we would be toast. But let's just skip it and see what it does. Ooh, look at that. So if we had one more day, we would be like super stacked and ready to buy. Like $10,000 to buy at $81 share price? Yeah. Day 20 complete. 139% overachievement bonus. Demo complete. Look at that. We did it, boys. 2 wins, 3 losses. Just don't look at those 3 losses. Just pretend it's 2 wins. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, after you get past the tutorial, like I'm saying, it gets a lot more interesting. Like, you get a lot more dynamic stuff in there. I'm hoping as the game releases, there'll be some more indication of kind of what cards are going to be released. Right now, obviously, we've got the bulls, we've got bears, monkeys, birds, investors. It would be nice if they expanded some more on like the disruptions and stuff, because those kind of trap cards don't really seem to have a whole lot of synergy, if any. Obviously, they do with some of the perks, but there aren't too many perks yet either. There seems to be like a pool of maybe 10 or something. So seeing more come through would be really good. But I think the potential is there. It's got like that bright lights and the dopamine rush when you get combos going off and your share price going all over the place. So I think it's a really fun game, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, stick around, and maybe we'll come back to this when the game fully releases. But otherwise, I'll see you guys later.